Alright, so quick impressions on the gaming mouse itself. Felt like I would do this. So yeah, this is Battlefield 4. I was playing this game and the first thing I did was like turn the DPI up. There's a DPI toggle switch on here, that you can turn up. I turned it up to max because I was like, everything's so slow. So I turned it up to max, and surprising enough, I had to turn up my sensitivity too because usually. I mean, I know I'm not really that good with like the super fast ultra mouse movements, but wow, this mouse is very precise, and I mean precise in the context that it aims exactly where I want it to aim, and it's sensitive, but it's not overly sensitive. I think a lot of it was me having to get used to using a mouse and keyboard again because there was a time last year over the summer where I just kind of played the Battlefield games, especially Battlefield 3 before Battlefield 4 came out. So what was that, like 2 years ago? Before Battlefield 4 came out, I played Battlefield 3 like on the PC like non-stop for a few months, and I got really really good with like the mouse and keyboard. I was like top in the leaderboards for all the matches I was playing. And I got really used to playing the mouse and keyboard during that summer. But as times moved on, and there's other games that have been coming out, I haven't really been playing on my PC, let alone been playing an FPS that required me to play with the mouse and keyboard, or that was better to play with the mouse and keyboard. And going back to this game was pretty fun, but the mouse itself, I mean, wow, this is a pretty big difference, I have to say, from what I was generally using, because not only was I was unaware, what all these DPI settings was, and I was not up to date at all in terms of the technical specs and features you should be looking for in terms of a gaming mouse. I just did some research and I bought the best one based off the research that I found. And I have to say that I'm really surprised with it in the fact that it did help me out significantly. And you can even see here my gameplay. I'm making some pretty quick movements, movements that even I would think it's a little bit too quick for me to handle, and I'm doing like pretty well, pretty decently. So I'm really enjoying the game, and enjoying playing this game with the mouse and keyboard. And in particular, the feel of this mouse is perfect. You have this nice little rest here for your thumb that also controls the side buttons, which I guess are automatically mapped to your 1, 2, 3, and 4 buttons on the on the keyboard. So I was kind of getting used to that. That was a little bit, I thought you could program them however you want, and I'm sure you can. I'm sure there's a way. I just don't know yet. But I'm hitting it. It's weird because you have to switch weapons. This is a pistol only server in Battlefield, which I thought would be a great server just to test out this mouse on. And you have to press in order to switch to your pistol. Since you start off with your assault rifle, every time you have to press 2. And I'm already used to using the top 4 keys on the keyboard. So, but I was kind of like forcing myself to use the side buttons here on the mouse, and it's a little bit more difficult than I thought. I think it gets a little bit more getting used to than anything, but a little bit more difficult to have to remember. Okay, I have to put my thumb over here, and then your thumb has to be placed on the right button. So I found myself pressing the button that was programmed for 1 on the mouse instead of the one that was down below it, which was for 2 and my pistol. So yeah, I love the texture here on the front of it because it kind of adds a little bit more gripability to the actual mouse itself, and just the texture itself. It's not sweaty. It's not shiny. It's not glossy. So it's not like your sweat from your hand is going to get all disgusting and on the mouse. Its texture and its build quality here is quite excellent, and it works extremely well. And so far, I'm very pleased with it. Playing on the highest DPI setting, and then I had to turn it down a few notches when I went back to my desktop. But yeah, I'm really liking it. It's a great mouse. I'm really happy that I purchased it. I think it's definitely, I could see definitely it's improved my gameplay. Even go back to this game, which I haven't played in a few months. On my PC, not really used to the mouse and keyboard because I've been playing with my gamepads on my consoles, playing The Witcher 3, Bloodborne, and then, you know, games like that. You know, I'm not really used to the whole mouse and keyboard thing, but I think once I get used to it, especially this holiday season where we have Star Wars Battlefront coming up, we have what's the other FPS game? You know, there's Call of Duty, of course, and you know, there's some other games coming. Rainbow Six Siege, maybe. These are all the games, you know, that I'm kind of thinking of, especially when I build my new computer. You know, I'm going to be spending a significant amount of money dumping it into that build, so I can play the games at a 4K resolution and get the 60 frames plus that you need for games like Battlefield and whatnot. And yeah, overall, I'm super pleased with it. It's a great mouse. Surprisingly, it helped me. I wasn't thinking it was going to help me significantly, but this is a completely different feel from what I had for my normal mouse. And in particular, everything's super fast, but at the same time, it's smooth, you know. And I'm playing this game, not even maxed out, not playing it maxed out, but I am getting, you know, some nice frames, like 80 frames per second. I tried to record this in 60 frames, but I think my processor had a difficult time catching up, which is why you might see some dips and some cuts in the video capture. But yeah, this is all going to change, you know, when I do build my new rig, and you know, videos are going to be much higher quality now. I'm going to be doing a lot more PC videos. I'm probably going to be rendering and uploading in 1440p at 60 frames per second for you guys, because I think that's a good sweet spot. You know, 1440p's been, you know, it's not that significant huge leap from 1080p, but it is a nice added sharpness. And not to mention, when it comes to videos, a lot of us have phones now with 1440p displays, you know, like mine, and that's pretty much becoming the standard in terms of phone, you know, high, you know, AAA smartphone developers, you know, like Samsung, LG. I don't think HTC jumped the gun yet, but you know, any of those really popular, you know, cell phone makers, Motorola included, you know, they're all including 1440p displays. So I'm going to start rendering videos in 1440p by the end of the year whenever I build the new computer, and you guys will see 60 frames per second. And you know, playing with the mouse and keyboard here, when I render in 60 frames, it's easy to keep up. But I mean, imagine watching this in 30 frames; it'd be jittery. So anyway, I'll let you guys watch the rest of this match. Just good news, I really am enjoying this mouse so far. It's fantastic. I just have to get used to the button placements, and you know, once I get like a better keyboard, and once I get like a better mouse pad as well, because this mouse pad's actually falling apart. But this is all new equipment that I do plan on ordering. You know, a few months down the line when I do actually build my new rig, everything's going to be super brand new, super fast, and ultra high def. So you guys have a fantastic day. If you guys have the mouse, let me know what you think of it. And until then, I'm going to be playing more games with this. But I just want to give you guys my first, you know, impressions of it, and let you guys know it's all good. $40 is quite a steal. I mean, this thing, like you pick it up and it does feel like a nice piece of you know, technology. Nothing cheap, nothing that can really break. It's all responsive, yet light and well built. Great. All right, catch you guys later. Have a good one.